Hi, and welcome back to Ladies Let's Talk Business with me, Faustina Anyanwu on Fonte Show. And today, my topic is negotiation. But before I go into the topic of today, I'd like to welcome you back to the show. It's been a long time that I've not been here. And, I really missed everyone. And I thank you if you continue to stay on waiting for me. Some of you quite know that I was pregnant, and I'm happy to tell you that my baby is 7 months old. How time flies. I had a baby boy. His name is David, my only boy. So thank you. Thank you for all the congratulations. Yes, I got it. I know. So, back to business, ladies. My topic today is negotiation, like I said. Negotiation reveals the strength of your confidence in your business and in yourself. That's a conversation you have to have. To reach an agreement. So it's very important. It is a make or break of your business. Negotiation is a make or break of your business. So you have to have at the back of your mind, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, as somebody who is running a business, you must understand that you go through a process of negotiation every single time. For you to make a decision, for you to agree to something, for you to get involved, for you to collaborate, for you to sponsor something, for you to ask for sponsorship, there's always a process of negotiation. So it's very, very important. But it's very funny that so many people go into business without considering improving or learning the skill that they need for negotiation. So many people don't even know what negotiation is. I deal with women almost every single day in business for the past 7 years, and it will surprise you how many women do not even know what negotiation is. And because people don't know what negotiation is and they don't have the negotiation skills, there's frequent disputes amongst women. That is why there's this stereotype that women don't get along, women quarrel a lot, women do, because we don't negotiate properly. We water down what we are doing by calling ourselves sis and all those kind of things. It's good if you want to be informal with your clients and address yourself as sisters and all that, but pay attention on the process of your negotiation so that you reach a mutual agreement that is a win-win one. So that you can reach an agreement that is beneficial to your goal, that will lead you to your goal. So many people disregard this process, and use a lot of familiarities to plug in there. Then at the end of the day, they become angry. They feel cheated. So you have to pay attention to the process of negotiation so that you know what you're getting from the business you're entering into. Now, there are so many processes, of negotiation, and in fact, the importance of negotiation is to reach an agreement. That's very important. The most important reason for negotiation is for you to reach an agreement. But before I tell you the process now, the processes of negotiation, I want you to understand the types of negotiation. There are one-on-one negotiation. There are virtual negotiations. For example, virtual negotiation is when you go online, you go to the website and you decide to buy something. Whether you're buying from Debnams, you're buying from a supplier, or you're buying from anywhere. You're buying, let's say, name tags, or buying lanyards, all those kind of things, or you're ordering for printings, or you're ordering for logo design, or any form of thing you're ordering online. You are going through a process of negotiation. When you read what they're offering, read their terms and conditions, and you accept to put your money, pay for it, or you want to attend an event, you're reading through the process and everything, and you You agree to what they're offering and you pay. During the time you're reading, that's your time of negotiation. So that's the time you make your decision. So not every negotiation means that you're going to speak to anyone. However, there are also processes of these negotiations, whether it's online or in person, and whether you're the one offering or you're the one receiving the offering, receiving the services. So as an entrepreneur, sometimes you're offering services and sometimes you're receiving services, whichever way you're going on it. So you have to always know, you have to always already know what you want to achieve with what you're doing. And then that is what makes you pay attention at this time, to know if this process, if this negotiation you're having, the explanations, the things that you're seeing, the offering you're seeing or you're being told about, is it leading towards what you are looking to achieve? That is what makes you to have informed decision. Now let me tell you the processes of negotiation. We have the first process is preparation. Whether you're giving the service or you're receiving the service, you have to be prepared. For example, if I'm receiving a service, I'm going to be prepared. My preparation is, what am I looking for? Where will I find it? How are they offering? How much am I ready to part with for this service? If they're charging beyond my budget, do I have, am I flexible with my money? What areas do I want to compromise in this negotiation? The same thing with the person who is offering the services. For example, if I'm offering a mentoring service now, even if I have my a website process where people can sign on, I might also at the same time decide to have an opening for someone to get in touch should they want to speak to me. So it depends on how you visualize your business, or who you are targeting, who your business, your clients are. How do you want to relate with them? How do you want to go through your process of negotiation? And sometimes during the process of this negotiation, sometimes you need to be very tactical, especially for people who do their negotiation on one-on-one. Sometimes people want to pick your brain without agreeing. They already know behind their mind that they are not getting any services. They don't want to pay for any services. They just want to waste your time, or they want to just pick your brain and run away. So that is why sometimes some professionals, let's say lawyers, mentors, marketing, consultants and all that, sometimes they ask that you pay for their consultation, because some people, just want to get idea of what they want and they walk away. So this is why it's very important for you as an entrepreneur to be very, very smart with your way of doing your business, your process of negotiation. Whichever way you want to use for your process of negotiation, you have to weigh the pros and the cons. How best are you able to reach your target market? How are you able to provide the service and not, that will be mutually beneficial to everyone concerned, and reduce, and minimize incidents of dispute. Now, so the process is, we've said preparation. So you prepare for what you want, what you're offering, have enough knowledge that of what you're looking for or what you're offering, so that when you're discussing with somebody, you'll be able to explain clearly what you are looking for or what you are offering. And then the discussion time, it is during this discussion that you weigh what is being offered and what you are looking for, or what you're offering and what the other person is looking for, and be able to make a compromise. Remember, negotiation is a process of dialogue in order to reach a compromise. So that compromise is an agreement, and it has to be a mutual one, beneficial agreement. So if you're not negotiating to compromise, then there's no point negotiating at all. So that is why you see sometimes businesses, they make sales, they make, probably they've seen that people, and when people go to their website and and people are abandoning their shopping carts or whatever because of price, are not able to pay, they might consider to renegotiate by reducing their prices, maybe for a while. Let's say, for example, during Christmas time, when businesses weigh and see that people's spending power is low, they tend to reduce their prices to be able to have cash flow within their business. So there are different reasons, there are different goals set by every business for them why they renegotiate, and always keep negotiating. Now, clarification. Some people want more clarifications. Make sure when you're putting out your business on your website, if you're the one who want to do your negotiation on your website for people to read it virtually and agree and continue with you, then you have to make it as clear as possible so that even a layman, even the simplest person, will understand what you're talking about, so that your target market, when they get there, they are not confused. There's no ambiguity in what you are saying. Even when you're having face-to-face discussion, remember that you have to also deal with every question to clear any confusion. And it's very important for you to also ask the person who you're negotiating with to sometimes repeat what you have said, so that you understand and see that you guys are on the same page. Or you can repeat what has been said so that you put it back to whoever, to say, is that am I right? Is this what this is what I understood? Is that what you meant? And then you can clear any air of error and dispute. And then the negotiation has been done. Once these the two stages has gone through, then you guys have now reached a point of negotiation. Now, once everybody is cleared of if we have got all the information that they need and the relevant details and all that, and now it's time to say, okay, yeah, let's negotiate. So leave out this, leave out that, put this in, put this out. No, I don't want this, I want this. Put this out, I want that, I want this, I want that. This is how much I have, this is my budget, this and that. Then there will be an agreement, or there will be a disagreement. So whichever way it goes, it has to be a win-win. So it's always good to say yes to an agreement, but everybody wish that a negotiation ends with an agreement. But then if you cannot reach a good place where it suits everybody's need, then is it that you can renegotiate or you can decline the offering. Now, there are three major elements that make negotiation to fall flat on its face. And these things are: one, attitude, knowledge, and interpersonal skills. So these three things are very, very important. And during our Women into Leadership conference this summer, these are some of the areas that our speakers are measured in, and they'll be discussing in depth. We'll be discussing in depth into these topics: the attitude, knowledge, interpersonal skill. So, but let me briefly talk about them now. Attitude. When an individual begins to bring this air of superiority, being snobbish, looking down on the other person, not shaking hands or doing flabby hands and stuff like that. So you bring this air of discomfort where the other person begins to feel uncomfortable. If you make me uncomfortable, I'm not going to have any negotiation with you. I will say, okay, goodbye with your offering. or if I feel you're feeling that you're bigger than whatever I'm offering, what's the point discussing with you? So it has to be a mutual, there has to be a mutual ground, a mutual respect for all involved, so that there'll be a good negotiation process to achieve a positive outcome. Then we have knowledge. You have to have a well-rounded knowledge of what you're offering. If I come for a negotiation and I find out that you haven't really put any details for me to make an informed decision, you don't know your business well, you don't know your offering well, or if I am looking to get a service from you and I'm not saying what I'm off, I don't know how much I want to buy something, you don't even have an idea of exactly what you need. In fact, there was an incident where I was doing a branding for someone, and we negotiated for their packaging and stuff like that. And then when it was time to pay for the packaging to the printing the packaging company, this lady was arguing VAT, payment of VAT, that this lady didn't want to pay for VAT. It was ridiculous. And the packaging company were, they didn't find it funny that an entrepreneur in Britain will be arguing VAT. VAT is a government legislation. Is not, if a company is VAT registered, you automatically have to pay for the VAT. Then if you want to claim your VAT back, then you have to also be registered for VAT, so that you claim the cost of your VAT back from the government. So you don't argue those things. At this point, the whole negotiation process we've been going to just fell flat, and these people returned every single product. They were no longer interested because they thought we were there wasting their time. So these are things, these are reasons, these are skills you need to learn before you go into negotiation with anybody about something. You need to do your own research. Whether you're giving the service or you're receiving the service, know the subject matter very well, that you know exactly what you're looking for. It's not during negotiation. During negotiation, that is not when your client is coming to educate you on what you're looking for. Some people come to me and say, probably they want PR, or they want to have article written for them, or their business profile or something like that. Then they start asking you several other questions that are unrelated to the business at hand, because they don't exactly know what they need. They start asking you, do I need a website? Do I need a business card? Do I need a logo? What color do I need? If I'm not discussing logo with you, if I'm not consulting you for a logo, and you leave the subject matter and go to something else, then obviously we have to renegotiate the whole. We have to change the subject, and then my fees will apply. So you don't go about wasting people's time because you don't have knowledge of what you're looking for or what you're offering. So as an entrepreneur, you always need to know what you're looking for and why you're looking for it, so that you ask the necessary questions. And if you're the one offering as an entrepreneur, you need to know your business well enough to be able to convince somebody to, invest in your business. And the last but not the least is the interpersonal skills, effective communication, effective listening skill, and your ability to reduce misunderstanding and rapport building, mutual respect. So these are the interpersonal skills you need to know. In fact, the interpersonal skills usually is in business is rounded up into the etiquette of business. And this is a real topic that I always handle during my mentoring, especially for startups. If you want to be part of my mentoring group, you can sign up on my website, or follow me on Instagram or Twitter. Send me a DM and tell me that you want to be part of my, free mentoring group, where I answer questions in a group. I do webinars and answer questions and treat issues generally. Sometimes I don't have to go very deep into it. I answer a few questions from people from time to time. Then you get my email newsletter, you get my videos firsthand. And then if you want a one-on-one mentoring, then you go to my website, fontibon.com/mentoring. Then, but if you want to attend our events where we discuss these things, we bring professionals as well who come and discuss this issue with me, and we hold our workshops and things like that. Then you have to visit our website, divasofcolor.com, and sign on to our conference coming on in July 27th, Women into Leadership. Before I go, I was speaking with a guy today, and he says, why are you always talking to women? Why not talk, teach men as well? Men also need some, teaching and mentoring and all that. I said, well, first of all, I'm a woman, so I understand women very well. I understand our weaknesses. I understand what we need. And in business, you're allowed to have your target audience, isn't it? So my target audience are women. I want to empower women. I want to inspire women, as many women as possible, because I understand the limitations, the challenges that we face. However, if a man wants to be part of what we're doing, I don't think there's anywhere knowledge is said. If you hear a knowledge, because it's being said to a woman, you shouldn't take it. So if you find my videos interesting and you feel that you get something from it, why not sign on? Why not approach me and say, I want to be part of your mentoring group. Please include me in your mentor. I want to receive your email newsletters. Or if you want to sign on to my mentoring, then one-on-one mentoring, then you go also on my website and get signed on. It's very simple. So don't complain again. Anytime you find yourself trying to complain about something, that is God telling you that there is an open market there. There is a gap in the market for you to fill. And that is that opportunity you're looking for. You go out there and you grab it and learn the skills that you need to achieve them. And that is what we are talking about today. Remember, negotiation is as important as funding your business. So you have to invest in yourself. Invest in yourself, learn the skills you need to succeed, and keep it moving. So that is the end of it from me today. Thank you once again, but don't forget, go to my website, fontibon.com, or follow me on social media, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn at Fonte, F-A-U-N-T-E-E, at Fonte, or fontibon.com. Thank you so much. I will write them below. It should be below the video where you can find this information. And for now, that's all of it from me today. Thank you so much for listening. Please share. Remember to share and click subscribe to my YouTube. Bye.